MyIGN. How are you? This is Twitch, and this is for all you guys on MyIGN who are following me, because I've reached the 300 follower mark. And apparently that's a milestone, and apparently I should do a blog or something about it. Sure, why not? I'm going to go for it. I wrote my last one. I did another milestone blog when I reached 200. I don't really know why I did. And so 300, I'm supposed to do it. Took me forever to get to 300. Most people make 300 in a month. But because I'm not a common face on my IGN, I sort of fade in and out of obscurity, do my show once a week and leave. People sort of don't gravitate toward because I'm not as community-minded as most people are. Unfortunately, I don't have the kind of time I would like because of other stuff in my life. But nevertheless, I do appreciate my 300 followers. I kind of started thinking, like, what can I say that I didn't say last time during my 200 blog one? So, maybe go back in the archive and look up my 200 follower blog and look that up, and you can probably see a lot of the same stuff that I want to say right now, but I'm not going to bore you with. It's also kind of a milestone for me because I'm I enjoy the MyIGN community, and I've always sort of been a slow roaster. I'm not really someone who's, let's just say, quickly popular. I'm kind of the lone wolf loner kind of guy. I've always sort of been, where people know me, people respect me, but they're not, be like, oh yeah, Twitch, yeah, that guy, they know who I am. They'd probably make a comment every now and then, but other than that, I'm just sort of in the background most of the time. I'm a slow roaster, and that's okay. And I love the MyIGN community. They are probably one of the reasons why I started doing blogging in the first place, just to reach out there. And I grew up with a lot of different dreams and plans, and of course, as life goes on, things change. Sometimes for the better, sometimes not. Maybe some things happen that alter your course of your destiny. Who knows? And I'm not going to go into detail about how my life led up to where I am today, but I'm a very happy man right now. I work, not a great job, but it's a job. And I have a lovely, wonderful, supportive wife. I have a beautiful son right now who just turned 1 year old in December. And a cute little puppy dog he's not a puppy anymore, but he's a loving, wonderful family. And I love where I am right now. So I'm not knocking that at all. Growing up, I wanted to do so many things. I wanted to be a comic book artist. I wanted to make video games. I wanted to be an animator. I wanted to be an artist. There's just so many different things I wanted to sort of do. Video games sort of was always in that realm. Of course, when the world of video games came around in my life and I played Atari and Nintendo and Game Boy and all the other such, well, it just sort of changed my life, and it was sort of something that embedded into my grain, I suppose, embedded into me a passion for it, as an art almost. And it was sort of weird because it sort of turned into a resentment growing up because it almost felt like it wasn't a legitimate passion. People are passionate about things. They're passionate about art. They're passionate about cars. They're passionate about their wine. It seemed in movies and whatever. And then for some odd reason, video games was never legitimate as one of those passions. Like, you can be an expert and talking about movies and cars and politics and art, but when it came to video games, it's like, well, you're an expert about talking about and wanting to be a part of video games? I don't understand. Why do you want to be that way? So it almost felt like it was kind of a waste when I got to a certain point in my life where the options, well, I'm not saying the options still aren't there, but the options at this moment are pretty stagnant for me to still a dream, but it's other things have come up. And all of a sudden I've come across a website on IGN, and I enjoyed it, and I got into the IGN community, saw that there was a lot of really cool people out there blogging on there, and so I decided to dive in myself, and it was a a lovely vent for me, that there was other gamers, other people out there that just legitimize the whole fact that, it is okay to be passionate and love video games as an art and to be passionate about it. And that's just something to me. And it felt like I wasn't stupid that I had all this useless Nintendo and Atari and PC and N64 knowledge, and I could rattle off useless video game scores and what IGN gave a review for this game, what PC Gamer gave for this game, Nintendo Power, and what's the compare and contrast between two different versions of a Super Nintendo and a Sega Genesis version of a game. It didn't feel like it was useless knowledge anymore. And of course it turned into MyIGN, and it went from there. And another thing happened in my life, which I mentioned before, where it was the birth of my son, and I took time off for a while from blogging and being part of the community for the birth of my son. And I came back and I realized something, that passion is a very powerful thing, and it can move mountains, and it can prove that you can do things that you love throughout your entire life. It doesn't matter where you are in your life. And I wanted to show that to my son as he grew up, that his daddy was at least doing something in his life that he was passionate about. And it's not fixing cars, and it's not taking part in politics, but it's me as a character, as being a good person, as also doing something that I love, and that's video games. And I started my show, The Retro Gamer Ranting, for one of those sole purposes, that he can grow up seeing me do something like that, and even if it's not popular, maybe even if it never grows into anything else, at least he'll see that I'm doing something like that. I'm reaching out to other people in the community and talking about something I love, in video games. And that when he grows up, he can do whatever he wants to do. It doesn't have to be video games. It could be sports. It could be cars. It could be whatever. He could be a plumber. But as long as he enjoys it, as long as he loves what he's doing, and even if it turns out to just be something as a hobby on the side, at least he's doing it. Passion is a powerful thing. And thanks to the world of MyIGN, my son, and a very important part of this, my wife, who encourages me every day and helps me push towards my dreams, even if they start out as small as just doing a little blog on MyIGN, and maybe someday they could grow bigger. That is something important, and I love her very much for that, and she is the most special woman in the world, and I just thank God every day for her, that she puts up with my little delusions and my little rants about subjects that she knows nothing about. She's not a gamer. She's a nurse. And she knows that that's my passion, and she puts up with it, and she encourages it, and that's something special to me. And you guys encourage it too, and that's something special to me. And I've made a lot of good friends on the MyIGN community and on YouTube even, and it's just slowly growing into something bigger, and hopefully I can continue to make it something bigger, not just for me, but for you guys and for my family, for my son, and I appreciate it. I'm not going to sit here and rattle off names and name drop and the such. The people out there who have been a part of my IGN experience know who they are and how special they are to me for encouraging me all this time. Yeah, Hirogi 007 and Beebs, and it's just been these guys are just wonderful class acts. I did name drop, I'm sorry. And all the new friends that I've made, there's just so many more I can't name them. And they're all wonderful MyIGN community people, and all should be followed. It's appreciative to me, and it's encouraging to me. 300 followers means a lot, and I hope it continues to grow, and if it stops right here, then I'll be fine with that too. I just hope, like I've said millions of times before, that you guys are enjoying this as much as I am making it for you, and I've said it, as long as one or two people view my comments, my shows, my whatever, and they put a smile on their face, they agree with it, disagree with it, but at least if they enjoyed it, or even take part in a little debate because of it, then I think I've done my job. I might be a little eccentric. I might just be trying to hang on a little bit of my childhood, and you can call me on that. I don't care. But I'm enjoying it, And that's a lot more to say than a lot of people out there who have a passion that they're not putting to use. And now my next step is maybe getting back into my art. Who knows, right? But I love all you guys. I truly mean that, and I appreciate the support from everyone on MyIGN and for following me over on YouTube even, and putting up with my delusions of grandeur, I suppose. And you guys all rock. Thank you again for 300 followers. Till next time, game fans, this is Twitch. You guys are awesome. Please keep playing and keep following. God bless.